Hello, this is Miho from Canada. How are you guys doing? I hope your mental and physical health are good and fit. So today I'm gonna talk about no need to cheat yourself. So this means that when you want to do something but because of this and that, there's so many things that seems like preventing you from doing things that you really want. So instead of solving, what's ahead of you, you kind of take a leeway or easier way by lying yourself. Oh, I don't want to do this. I didn't want to do this anyway. Or it's just not for me, or some sort of line to avoid the fact that something that you really wanted to do for yourself. And when you keep doing this, internal you, inside of you, start crying and really start hurting yourself. And it's really sad inside, so that it really affects your decisions making process. And when something happens and doesn't go well, and you tend to start to blame outside, like the way you brought up, or the environment you have now, or the kind of income that you make, or the spouse brings, or the way the kids behave, or overall the world operates. It just put your focus on the outside of yourself and you start blaming. That's why you cannot do what you really wanted to do. But when you really be honest yourself to the things that you really, really wanted to do, there are many, many ways of doing things. You just need to put your focus on. You don't have to have a huge dream or huge challenge to go for it. You can start from really little step at a time. And that's how big success will start. You don't, for instance, you don't run the marathon the first day. It would be nice, it would be done in a day, but all of them start from one step. And some of them will start literally running like 5 minutes at a time, and then 10 minutes, and next 30. And then, next year you can run an hour, and then on, and finally you can run the distance of marathon. So it's a long span of the plan. And what I wanted to say is that when you want to do something, be honest yourself. There are ways of doing things. And this is the fact that you take the full responsibility, meaning that you take the full ownership, extreme ownership of your decisions, so that whether it turns out good or bad, which you don't know until you try, everything is on your hand. Everything is in control. Your world, you can control of yourself. So when you focus on outside world, you tend to blame what's there affecting you. But it's internal you. You really need to focusing on what you really want to do, and you start to finding the way of doing things instead of blaming whatever the environment or circumstances that you're in. By doing that, you take extreme ownership of whatever it comes and accept whether it's going to be a good and bad results, and your conscious levels start to go up because you're taking the responsibility of your actions. And that means you're really taking your conscious level higher, so your level of thoughts gets really refined really sharp, because you're not really controlled by the others. You start really seeking the things that you really need by yourself. So your intuition gets better and your decision-making process gets sharper, because you're taking your ownership. You're not asking others to make decision for you. So you really need to be kind to yourself. When you cheat yourself, you be dishonest to yourself, it's just hurting yourself. And as a human being, you need to really expose yourself to be who you are and to live who you are, which could be so different from the expectations of your parents, say, or your co-workers or your friends. And you might get really afraid of showing who you really are, because that's against their expectations. But these expectations are something that you're not going to be fulfilled fully for the others, because when you think about your life, the daily life, there's so many things that it doesn't go as you expected. That's norm, right? So if it goes everything as you expected, the life could be maybe too boring, because you could just expect what's going to happen next and next and next. So there's no surprises, or there are no problem solving or anything like that. So it's good that we don't know what's going to happen, and we find our way through all those things that come in our way. And as the growth seeds that you take and go forward with your goals. So it cannot really fulfill somebody's expectation. You just take that as a norm. And because you cannot really fulfill your expectations by yourself, your own life, so it's not gonna happen. So be brave to be who you really are, and then live there. And if you want to wear something different, do it. And if you want to try something new, challenge yourself or learn something new, do it. And because the life is limited time, you don't have eternity time. It seems like that way, but you just don't. Very limited time. So a lot of people who passing saying like you regret that you didn't do things that you really wanted to do. So I think that's the truth there. So you really push yourself, beyond your comfort zone, and then you try things that you really wanted to do, or challenge yourself. And that way you can really expand your ability to see the other side of you and different side of you. And that's how you grow, and how you really see the growth of yourself, which is really a pleasure of being a human being. And it has ups and downs along the way, and it doesn't go as you expected, but that's norm. That's just nothing special about it. It's just a part of the life. So accept that, and then just keep going instead of dwelling on it. So there's a trick. If you didn't go as you expected, you just take one day at a time, and you just forget those bad past memories. You just cut it. Okay, you start your new day from here. You don't pull yourself back to yesterday's you, which it didn't go well the way you wanted. You just start fresh. You have your own body, the healthy body, healthy mind, and a spirit, and that's all you need, really. And the rest will line up. So having extreme self-care is very important for this too, to see the clear vision as well. So do things for yourself that really wanted to do. Okay, be brave. Okay, see you next video.